So I guess I do need to, since we're actually doing some official business, I should call this meeting to order. Then thank everybody, welcome, welcome. I think this is I'm pretty certain that this will be our first ever transition and oath of officers performed remotely. In the history of the board, I believe so. And, of course, with the assistance of this great technology that we've all been using extensively the past couple of months. So just thank everybody for coming. And I'll be relatively brief. I just wanted to say a few things before we transition. Wow, what a year! What goes by extremely fast, especially these past couple of months. I know we kind of all feel like we're on some sort of strange hamster wheel, or some sort of alternate universe, but everybody's making it work, adjusting as needed. And I just wanted to say, the same thing's true, with all of our FLA strategies and activities. And of course, I'd be lying if I didn't say that I was a little sad on Wednesday morning when I was reflecting, driving into work, that of all the stuff that we would have been doing this week, and if circumstances have played out a little bit differently, but as I've been talking to others and friends and family and coworkers, I get over that stuff quick. I think we all do. We have a lot to do. There's a lot to be thankful for. I know personally I'm thankful for a lot going on, and now's the time we've got to come together even more. Putting our thinking caps on and getting really creative, continuing to plan, and a lot of that's already happening, and thinking about new ways of doing things, and how we're all going to move things forward for FLA, and that's exciting. That really became apparent to me this past month, because I was able to call all the FLA award winners and for 2020, and I joked with most of them because it's true that the committee does all the work. They do all the hard work. They do the sorting and the putting everything together and the painstaking task of trying to choose those winners. But I get the easy and the fun part of the job, which was to call them all and be the messenger of good news. Which at this day and age is nice to have some good news to share with them and congratulate them. But just reading through all the stuff that they're doing, the things they've been doing, it's so seeing the accomplishments and the passion for the work. That is inspiring. And so, that's not going anywhere. That spirit's going to continue moving this new board through this year, and it's getting all those challenges met, because I mentioned in the spring journal, it just came out, libraries they're resilient, and they're resilient because of the people that work in them. And, so I know that things will continue to get even better in spite of what's going on in the world, because libraries make it happen. And speaking of the spring journal, here's the cover. I know you guys, I've got it, it's backwards, but you get it. It's online right now, so if you haven't read through it yet, it's great. I want to thank Karen Urbeck, our Florida Libraries editor. She did an awesome job. That was excellent. And if you have, it's got lots of good stuff in it. I have not had time to read through it all. I think it's 50 plus pages this spring, so it's awesome. A lot of great articles. Give me something to read this weekend, so I'm looking forward to that. A few more thank yous. I want to thank most of you've been on FLA committees. We couldn't do what we do without the FLA committees and the commitment and the willingness to volunteer. And there's so much time and energy. I see Renee Gould down there. Renee, thank you. You guys, that committee has put so much into it. So I can't say thank you enough for all of the committee chairs, the vice chairs, and the committee members. I know we're still in process, with structuring things for this coming year, to address those unique challenges that we're going to be doing. And but with so many great people working on it, things are going to work out great. They are. And as I kind of wrap things up here, I definitely want to thank this board. You guys have been so supportive all year long. It's been an interesting year for me, with quite a few little twists and turns here and there. But the support and encouragement that I get from all of you has been fantastic. You've been an amazing board to serve with. This year, I appreciate everyone, very much. I just made a note to myself, but I do believe this, an association, it's a reflection of its membership, and then the very best of those always step up. And and help move our causes forward. So, you know, I thank you very much for all of that. I want to borrow some words from our infamous Sarah Hamill. That's what makes FLA the best association. Thank you, Sarah. I like to steal those words from you. Of course, I want to thank our executive director, Lisa O'Donnell. You know, she has worked incredibly hard and she puts a lot into it, and I know that she truly puts the interest of FLA in the forefront. You know, she looks out for the board. She keeps a sharp eye on the numbers, and together with her amazing staff, with Karen Layton and Melissa Stocks, I will say, you know, working with them this past year has been a real pleasure, and you know, we're in great hands moving forward. And of course, lastly, I want to give a big thank you and recognize our outgoing board members. Matthew Selby from Region 2, Renee Julian from Region 6, Heather Sostrom from Region 5, but Heather's actually coming back as ALA counselor, so thank you, Heather. Sarah Gonzalez will be, our current counselor, will be transitioning off this year. And of course, our outgoing past president, Sarah Hamill. And that is a great segue to our next item of business as I conclude, and thank you once more. And one of the last duties of the outgoing past president is to swear in our new board members for 2020-21. So with that, Sarah, take it away.
I want to thank you, Eric, for your great leadership during a year of many challenges. Your challenges started with a simple desire to provide the New York Times to your community. And they continue through today with COVID-19 and the delayed conference. But through it all, you have remained positive, uplifting, and leading forward. Your guidance, direction, and calm demeanor are traits of a great leader. Thank you for your service. I know our association is in good hands with Lisa, Karen, Melissa, and our new board of directors at the helm. So it's my privilege to install the 2020-2021 Board of Directors. When I call your name, please wave. Laura Spears, President. Phyllis Gorshey, Vice President, President-elect. Sarah Devine, Secretary. Donna Vasquez, Treasurer. Ava Brillet, Region 1 Director. Cresta King, Region 2 Director. Christine Patton, Region 3 Director. Cheryl Wolf, Region 4 Director. Michael Sullivan, Region 5 Director. Kayla Zayas Riaz, Region 6 Director. Heather Sostrom, ALA Counselor. Eric Head, Past President. You have been elected to serve the organization and its membership. It will be your duty to serve on the board of directors to advance our mission and goals and to represent the members and constituents. The Florida Library Association is a statewide organization that promotes excellence in Florida libraries by advocating strongly for libraries and providing high quality professional and leadership development for a diverse community of library staff, volunteers, and supporters. Please raise your right hand. In the presence of members and guests, I will read you the oath. Please listen carefully and follow these statements. You will signify your acceptance by stating, I will. As an elected board member of the Florida Library Association, you solemnly promise and pledge to faithfully execute your duties in accordance with the governing documents and local, state, and federal laws to the best of your knowledge and ability. You understand and commit to the organization's high standards and ethics. You will further the mission and goals of the association. If you accept the conditions set forth by this oath, please state, I will. I will.
I will.
All right, very good. By the authority vested in me by the organization, I now proclaim you duly installed as the 2020-2021 Board of Directors. Congratulations! Back to you, Eric.
All right. All right. So I just want to congratulate the new board, you know, and I want to, before I turn it over to Laura, I just want to thank her for her flexibility in all of this, you know, as we continue our leading forward theme for a little while longer to get us into October, and we'll be transitioning at that point in time. So with that, thank you all very much. And I'm going to turn it over to our new president, Laura Spears.
Thank you,
Hey, Laura.
Eric. Thanks so much. And I'm really excited to be
I
working
forgot to
with
give you the
you.
gavel. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Send it in the mail. We'll put it in quarantine. First of all, I want to thank you, Eric, for leading us this year. We will celebrate your presidency at our conference in October. Second, thanks to you, Sarah Hamill, for your ongoing cheer and mentorship. And thanks to Lisa O'Donnell, who leads the FLA staff, and they do incredible work every day. When I thought about what to say today to commemorate an induction ceremony being held remotely because of the most extraordinary world event most of us have ever experienced, I thought, man, there's not just an elephant in this room, there's an entire zoo sitting with us. We've all attended weekly meetings that consistently include the caveat, this information is fluid. And we've witnessed this to be true in many ways, but what is also true is that in spite of incredible uncertainty, some things persist. One of those things that won't go away is the induction speech. History of the speaker, description of our mission, call to action. So here you have it. First job I ever applied for was at the Scottsdale Public Library for a page position, but I didn't get that position. So that left me to work in movie theaters for more years than I'll admit, and I learned so much. It's where I grew up, and I learned that I really only want to work for an organization that wants to be good. I liked it so much that even after I got robbed at gunpoint, during which I pushed the gun away from my head and said, "You're scaring me," I worked for another 20 years. So I might be slow to recognize the obvious, but I'm also persistent. So when my time with theaters was done, I came back to libraries because while the money in retail service is way better, the value of the service of libraries is unmatched. My experiences in librarianship have included work in South Florida at a small library that serves the town of Palm Beach, a year in the Sunshine State Library Leadership Institute, 4 years teaching online for Florida State, at which time I went and completed my doctorate. And my topic was about a library funding challenge in a little library system called Miami-Dade Public Libraries. Through those experiences, I recognized that libraries are less about books and more about people. At the Four Arts in Palm Beach, I may have been the only person that patron actually spoke to that day. Today, as an assessment librarian, I get to understand what people find meaningful in libraries. So while it might be easy right now to be consumed by the uncertainty in which we find ourselves, the thing that persists is the value of libraries, fueled by people who practice librarianship. So this year will ask us to be steady during this uncertainty, flexible in the face of daily change, and committed to the value that people bring to this vocation. At times like this, we have to reflect on what this means for our futures, both professional and personal. What I hope and pledge to bring to this year for our Florida libraries is a commitment to partnership, service, and resilience. Last night, I listened to the NPR radio show Marketplace, and the host, Kai Risdahl, interviewed the president of the Association for Rural and Small Libraries because he was impressed by the introduction of curbside service. You order books online or over the phone, and a librarian walks out in a mask and gloves and puts your book order in the trunk. Contactless book loans, who'da thunk? But I thought, dude, that's not news. Libraries are shapeshifters, and librarians are often heroes. We do this because we are people here for other people. In this, one of my ultimate challenges, I have found my people in libraries. I hope to partner with, support, learn from, and have fun this year with the members, our board, and the wonderful FLA staff. Let's stand together at this time and take care of our people. And I look forward to working with everyone. Thank you. All right. I am not hearing people. Okay. So we start a new year, and thank everyone for coming today. And we're all going to be here for each other, and we'll let you know more as we get more information about what we're going to do for our future, for our conference, and for the programs that we need to institute to take care of our libraries. So at this time, is there anybody who wants to make a comment or has a question about our future or our past? Yes, ma'am. Chrissy?
I am weeping. Wait. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I am weeping. I am so proud of you. As your quasi mentor mom, I just want to tell you how exciting it is to have you serve as the president of the Florida Library Association. I'm just so excited and proud. That's
Well,
all.
I'm glad you could come. You mean a lot to the Florida Library community. Trust me, every time I meet someone new, they know who Christy Kuntz is. So, all right. So if there is any other business that needs to be conducted, anyone? Okay. All right, then I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you, Eric.
Oh, do we have to?
You can hang out.